This video isn't going to have a flashy intro. I'm not going to try and grab your attention for the same reason you can't stay consistent. You need everything to be sexy. We endlessly scroll through social media seeing eye-catching, beautifully presented food. You save the recipe and move on to the next. Before you know it, you have 20 recipes saved with the likelihood of you actually making anything being close to zero. You see clips of your favorite influencers' training videos that have been edited to the eyeballs to make every set, every rep look like an intensive battle with their demons. Yet, when you turn up to the gym, you're wondering why there's not motivational captions popping up or it's in black and white with Arnold Schwarzenegger in your ear.
Whose house?
Unfortunately, the content we're consuming is dampening our day-to-day experiences, leading most to feel disheartened or unmotivated when their experiences don't match the ones they're seeing online, which leads to a negative feedback loop of something needing to be exciting and new. And when that wears off, motivation is just non-existent. Just a few weeks ago, I ran a survey on YouTube asking what your main health and fitness struggles are. 57% of votes said that consistency was their #1 concern, with a further poll showing that 65% start off really well but fall off very quickly. So what's the fix then? I do want to preface this by saying I don't have all the answers, and I'm certainly not immune to this, but I do have 7 years of one-to-one coaching experience with real people and real problems. So here's my 2 cents. Step 1, be brutally honest to yourself. The first step to mastering consistency is to be truthful to the real reason why you haven't been consistent. Too often we lie to ourselves saying we didn't have the time when really it was a combination of poor time management and poor decision making. I've practiced this over the last 6 months, calling myself out when I know I can do better. It has allowed me to identify my inconsistencies, and instead of just writing them off, I'm constantly looking at how I can improve my day-to-day. Lying to yourself has to be one of the biggest mistakes people are making. Guarantee if you start looking at yourself from a more external angle, you'll sharp see those places you can improve. Which leads us nicely to step 2, assess your values. In this step, the goal is to identify if the task you're not consistent with actually aligns with the values and what you want from life. If you genuinely only have a limited amount of time in which you have to decide between going to the gym or spending time with your kids, if your values are heavily invested in spending as much time with your family as possible, then going to the gym isn't an inconsistency, you are just aligning your values better. Or if you're trying to eat healthier, but your motivation for doing so is to look like that skinny influencer on Instagram, you're probably going to crash and burn quite quickly. We need to work out what our true values are in order to stay consistent. Is your reason for wanting to lose weight because you don't want to wear baggy clothes anymore? Because you're sick of feeling self-conscious? You're sick of having no energy? These are things that when identified will truly light a fire under you and spark that wave of hard work. I'm currently in a fat loss phase where I assigned one of my non-negotiables as a 45-minute walk per day. After about 3 to 4 weeks, I'm barely 50% consistent. Instead of beating myself up over it, I looked at the bigger picture. The time spent on that walk, I actually now spend creating content. And I currently value the time spent on content creation over the value I was seeing from the walk. Your time and your energy are the 2 most valuable assets you have, and spending them on things that you value will always give you the biggest return on investment. Step 3, learn to love imperfection. Realizing that perfection is a made-up concept will have you one step closer to mastering consistency. The people who actually stay consistent aren't the ones with the perfect workout plan, the perfect diet, or cardio routine. It's the ones that actually see the bigger picture. The ones that have created a lifestyle that perfectly suits them as an individual. They know that the best program is only the best program if it suits them. I recently needed a new mouse for my laptop, so I started by jumping on YouTube and searching best mouse 2023. After being hit with 600,000 different options, some in the £100 plus price range, I quickly realized I was looking at mice for the top 5% of gamers whose hands haven't left their mouse since early 2020. The problem? I was searching for the best mouse available. In reality, I wouldn't scratch the surface of uses for the best mouse. And that's when something clicked. Over the years of being a coach, about 75% of the questions I get asked start with, what is the best? What is the best diet for fat loss? What is the best exercise to build this? What is the best cardio routine? Blah, blah, blah. We crave the best, whereas in reality, the best would be completely lost on us. Most people don't even get started because they're too busy looking for the best option, or they stop after a week because they think they're not following the best path. Constantly searching for the best option is going to have you running around in circles. Start by actually starting, however small that may be. Work out week by week what is actually working and what isn't. Be brutally honest, align your values, and stop looking for perfection. Step 4, create accountability. Becoming accountable for your actions or inactions is one of the most powerful tools you can have in your arsenal. Creating accountability can be as simple as posting your starting transformation on social media, saying that you're going to be posting a weekly update on your progress. This way, you're staying accountable to your followers, for free, and you've a documented step-by-step process of how you achieved your goal. Get your friends, family, or partner involved with you, allowing you to essentially half the load. You'll find that having someone in the same boat as you will keep you moving in the right direction. Hire an accountability coach that will give you scheduled check-in times. Tying in a monetary value will almost definitely give a positive outcome. Just think about those shoes you bought in the sale for £10 versus those ones you spent £200 on. I bet you take way better care of those expensive ones. Increasing the perceived value of something is a great way to increase the amount of effort that you're willing to give. This is not to say that you should spend money and expect not to have to put the work in. Which brings us to step 5, work hard. I was trying to think of a cool name for this section, but in reality, work hard hits the nail on the head. If you want something that is truly worth something, that body transformation, that successful business, then you need to go into it expecting to work hard. Early stages of going to the gym is hard. The early stages of a diet are hard. The early stages of a business are very hard. The light at the end of the tunnel is it does get easier. We're so accustomed to seeing everybody's highlight reels, their end result, their best angle, edits, and lighting. What we don't see is the 10 times they nearly stopped, or the 5 times they actually did stop. I personally like to say whatever I did, I put my full fucking effort into it. That way, if it doesn't go the way I hoped, I know I give it my best possible effort. Just remember, when it feels like the world is against you, keep fucking fighting. I guarantee you'll come out the end stronger. If you've watched this far, you are a true legend. Thank you for the support, and as always, if you've enjoyed the content, drop a like and a subscription to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.